If you are afraid of doing a lot of digging the way I do in my videos, this is the video to follow. Oh. Sorry friends, after 6 years of study in natural resources management and environmental law, I fell deeply, madly in love with plants. Look at this beauty. Welcome to 254 Nature Growers. Subscribe and join this plant-loving community. Hello friends, welcome to another interesting and informative episode. And today I want to show you how to no-dig potatoes. By the end of this video, I want you to be comfortable to plant no-dig potatoes at home. Potatoes are expensive and you can save a lot by just doing a no-dig potato bed at home. So if it's your first time here, you're welcome. Subscribe and watch more videos. I share a lot of tips and tricks to grow affordable food at home. And I did dig this bed. I just heaped a lot of compost here so it has broken down, and the little soil that was here to make this bed. So it's perfect. Today our temperature is about 26 degrees Celsius, that is 78 degrees Fahrenheit approximately. So if you live in a cold area, the first tip is to plant your potatoes once the soil is a little bit warmer. Potatoes can tolerate light frost, but you have to protect the potatoes. So you do that by just mulching lightly to protect them from the freezing cold temperatures and to keep the soil warm, especially at night. Potatoes grow well in full sun. So once the soil temperatures warm up to about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, you can plant your potatoes. These are our potato seeds for today. Some of them have already sprouted. I didn't buy these potato seeds, I just got it from my kitchen. Watch the video on Zero Cost Seeds to understand how you can also get other Zero Cost seeds for other vegetables. The first tip to stimulate faster sprouting for your potato seeds, aside from lights, put your potato seeds where they're going to be warm. Another tip, if you put aside some potatoes to use as seed and they show no signs of sprouting, then you cannot use them as seed. Sometimes store potatoes are sprayed to inhibit any sprouting. So if you put it aside and there's no sign, like this one has a sign here, this is a growth node or an eye or a bud, you can refer to it as that. If you don't see any such sign, and you've put them in a warm place where they're exposed to light, then don't choose it as potato seeds because it will not grow. This is wood ash that you're going to use just to cure the potatoes. So when you want to cut pieces, you have to make sure every piece you cut has an eye. If you cut the potato into pieces and one of the pieces or two of the pieces do not have an eye, it will not grow. You can cut 2-inch square cubes, but I've also planted potato from scrap which were not 2-inch cubes. Please watch the video on easy potato from scraps. The potatoes are growing. I want to share another tip. Once you cut your potatoes, you have to protect them from rotting. Since I want to plant these potatoes today, I'm going to protect them from rotting by just coating them with ash. So this is how I'm going to do it. This is just wood ash from my cooking stove. You can also call it potash. So by doing this, I'm just cutting the open side and so as to prevent this seed from rotting. If you don't have ash, cut your potato seeds 2 days before planting. If you do that, it will form a thick callus or a cover on this side that is cut, and it will not rot, it will dry up. But right now it is wet. So this is a perfect seed potato with an eye. This one is a perfect seed potato and this one has 3 eyes. It's good enough. I'm going to plant it like this. You can also plant the whole potato without cutting it into pieces. But I cut mine into pieces because I want to increase my yield. From one seed potato like this, from experience you can get 7 to 10 potatoes just from one seed. So by doing this, by getting 7 to 10 here and 7 to 10 here, I'll have increased my yield. Because I'm going to plant these eyes while they are facing up. So if you plant it deep and this one goes down, only this side that is the eyes where they are facing up is going to come up and grow. If you have small potatoes seeds like this, you just plant the whole seed like this. This one you don't cut it. If I find a piece that is only has eyes on one side, I'm not going to cut it into two. It's better just to plant the whole piece. Potatoes grow well in soils with a pH of about 5.5 and above. The pH should be slightly acidic. Space your potatoes 25 to 30 centimeters apart. From experience, when you grow them close together, you will get very small potatoes. And also the second thing you're supposed to consider is the variety of potato. For this potato, 25 centimeters is good enough. So this is what I mean. The eye should face up and the cut side should be down. So the soil is light and airy. This is no dig, and I just want to show you. So 25 to 30 centimeters apart, or 10 to 15 inches apart. The eye goes up. You just push it down. So I've planted all the potatoes, but I have one last piece that I just want you to look closely. This piece has an eye on one side, but I cannot seem to find any eye on this other side. So if you happen to have seed like that, you just plant it as a whole. If you see if it has an eye on this side and I'm not seeing it, please in the comment section, please tell me you saw an eye. In the comment section, just tell me you saw an eye on this side. I should look closely. So just plant this as a whole. I have my compost. As I explained before, it has cow manure, it has goat manure, it has chicken scraps, it has dry matter, it has green matter. So you just cover lightly. Here I have something, a DIY container just to sieve my compost. So you can either sieve your compost or just do it like this. So this one is just sieving my compost. I'm going to bring you close so that you can see how it looks. So you just do that, and you make sure that the cover you put is not too thick. I've covered the potatoes. I want you to look at the difference. This is my compost, the sieved compost, and this is how the original bed was looking like. So you can see the sides and where the potatoes are. You can still see the potatoes slightly. So it's like less than 2 inches of soil, but I'm not going to leave them like this. We are going to use another cover. So we are doing not deep potatoes. The last step is just to get a cover because the potatoes are not so deep, and I've shown you less than 2 inches of soil. So we have to cover with something. So here I just use material from the dried leaves. I did a mini garden tour. Please watch the video. So I have the dry leaves here, and this is what I'm going to use to cover the potatoes because they are just on the surface and I've not covered them deeply. So you just place it like that onto the bed. They are very light, they are dry and very light. So once the potatoes start to grow, they will just push through. They will not obstruct any growth. So you can use your dry leaves, or you can use straw. You will still get a good potato yield from no dig potato bed. So just spread the cover on the bed. This is going to keep the bed warm, and it's also the cover for the potatoes. So I've done a video on how to grow potatoes in a container. Watch the video. If you have containers, you can grow potatoes in a container. If you have a small space, just use containers. Friends, I just want to show you something. These are our scrap potatoes. Look, I grew these potatoes from scrap. Watch the video on easy potatoes from scrap. 4 inches of this dry material, either straw or your dry leaves. So now you can't see the potatoes anymore. If someone was wondering that you can still see the potatoes while I added the compost will supply the nutrients, and this will keep the bed warm. This covering the mulch will keep the bed warm, and the potatoes will just push through because the material is dry and light. The last tip is just on watering. Make sure you don't make your bed wet when watering. It's just supposed to be moist. But now, because we've just grown our potatoes here, we are going to drench the bed. But after this first drenching, you don't drench the bed again when you're watering. Just keep it moist. Use your finger just to push the cover aside. Press it inside. If you bring your finger out and it is dry, then you need to water. That's all for this video, friends. If you enjoyed the instructions, please like and subscribe, and look for other videos on how to grow other crops. You can save money. You follow my videos. I share many tips and tricks. Until next time, bye.